is a presentation of SIRTOBA Media and COMI Media Incorporated.
Welcome one and all across the nation and around the world. It's time for Total Football Talk Extra. Tonight on April 4th, 2025, 8 p.m. special contest between the Michigan Panthers, who are hosting the Birmingham Stallions. Tonight, again on April 4th, the Nakua brothers on Michigan would take on the Birmingham Stallions, the defending three-time champions in professional football. The first of 4 games of this week 2 set of contests between these 4 games. 1 tonight, 1 tomorrow, and 2 on Sunday. I am Drew Willingham here to bring you the game between the 2 on the play-by-play for the SIRTOBA Media Stream of the Week.
SIRTOBA Media, where the struggle is real to be awesome.
And now, looks like we've got the kickoff that is underway at this point. 2 teams are on the field, ready for action, ready to rock and roll. The Birmingham Stallions 0-1 after last week's loss to the DC Defenders. Alex McGough, the 2023 USFL MVP, still the quarterback for this Birmingham Stallions team. 3 seasons later, has led that team to 3 straight championships, 2 USFL championships, and 1 UFL championship last year between that team and the San Antonio Brahmas that made the finals last year of the UFL championship. Bryce Perkins, the Panthers quarterback in tonight's matchup, will be ready to rock and roll. He'll be leading this Michigan Panthers team in a game that is very, very touted. When you look at how the season started, we would have thought that both teams would be 1-0 at this point, but they were upset last week, they being the Birmingham Stallions. We'll have to see how things happen out here in these streams. Skip Holtz, the coach for the Birmingham Stallions, going up against Mike Nolan of the Michigan Panthers. Ike is in the house saying yo, as well as what's up, everyone. Well, what's up, Ike? Glad to have you out here. And for those of you out there just tuning in, you can go ahead and comment down below whether you're watching on Twitch, X, or on YouTube tonight via the SIRTOBA Media channels. Go ahead and get us some background music here as we get the players onto the field. They're getting ready. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We got some buttons to click tonight. Got the music ready to rock and roll. Michigan Panthers hosting at Ford Field. Ford Field, again, home of the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions, you know, the bad team of the NFC in the National Football League. But tonight we have the Michigan Panthers hosting at Ford Field, ready to rock and roll. Birmingham Stallions all the way from Alabama. Let's go ahead and go through the Birmingham Stallions starting lineup for their offense. Again, the reigning MVP from 2023, Alex McGough, starting quarterback. Backup quarterback is Matt Corral. And Case Cookus, returning quarterbacks from last year's squad. Their running back, CJ Marable, is out, as well as Larry Roundtree. Ricky Person Jr. will be starting tonight at the running back position for the Birmingham Stallions. At wide receiver, you have Amari Rogers, followed by Dean Kane, Marion Williams, Jalen Camp, Davian Davis, and Austin Watkins. Those are your 6 receivers that you have tonight for your Birmingham Stallions team. At tight end, you have Jay Sternberger, who's returning for this team, as well as Jordan Thomas, tight ends for this team at the Birmingham Stallions. Looking over at the Michigan Panthers, got to take a look at this team. And I had the roster, loaded up, but apparently it wanted to switch to something else. Let me go ahead and pull this back on up for this Michigan Panthers depth chart for these people right here. Bryce Perkins is starting quarterback again. We've got Danny Etling as your backup quarterback for this Michigan Panthers squad. Got Nate McCrary, the starting running back for the Michigan Panthers, as well as Matthew Colburn. Now, their starting receiver, Siosi Mariner, who had a great year last year for this team, is probable. So we'll have to see once they actually get this game underway if he'll be playing tonight or not. Jalen Moore, the number 7 receiver, is out. That means Samson Nakua, one of Puka Nakua's brothers, who happens to play as a receiver for this team, will be the starting receiver tonight for this team if Mariner is not in the lineup. If not, you still have Nakua as your 2 over there in Michigan. Devin Ross is your 3, followed by Marcus Sims, Xavier Malone, and Malik Turner. Round out your potential 5, if not 6, receivers tonight for this team in Michigan. Now, when it comes to the defense, apparently their defensive starting lineup is not listed. So just going to have to go with it. I do have the rosters listed up, so as they make plays, I will be announcing the defensive players for both teams as this game gets underway. But right now, Fox has already shown 3 minutes worth of commercials, and this, well, actually 4 minutes.
Will return right after this. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. If you want your commanders to be repped right, well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report, every Tuesday at 1:05 p.m. Eastern, 12:05 a.m. Central, on the SIRTOBA Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers, right side, Commanders. Where my soldiers, left side.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these 2 football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central on the SIRTOBA Media and the COMI Media YouTube channels. Total Football Talk Extra.
SIRTOBA Media, where the struggle is real to be awesome. SIRTOBA Media, where the struggle is real to be awesome.
This is the first play. They'll show the replay. Oh, it looks like his knees were down before he fumbled it, but he got absolutely rocked, ladies and gentlemen. He did. He got rocked. He got belted. Whoo! Got belted. Drops the ball. Are we going to see Matt Corral in here already? Already? Are we going to see Matt Corral in here? Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 10. Let me go ahead and knock this to... I got to start the clock and everything, man. I'm slacking. My apologies, everyone. But yes, 2nd down. There we go. Second and 9. Second and 9 out here. We've got a different quarterback. Matt Corral's in, hands it off. Oh, gets a first down and more. Down to the 25. Ricky Person Jr. takes it out to the 25. Nice run. I can go ahead and reset this. Go ahead and give him the first down back. I just got to get the clock started. So my apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go ahead and get the clock started. It's at least down to a minute now. Let's go ahead and knock down a minute off of it. Still getting used to this whole live action scoreboard and everything out here. But when it comes to UFL action, Ricky Person Jr. returning running back for this team. Yep, 1348. Looks like I've gotten pretty close. 1343. Yeah, I'm right on the money. Runs it out of bounds. Looks for about 2 yards. So we're going to have a first. We're going to have a 2nd down. We'll see what they give him as far as the yardage here. Jay Sternberger here, returning also for the tight end for this team. Absolutely was money last year, which is what led them to the UFL championship. And previously in the USFL, got given up to Jay Sternberger out there. Also pretty cool last name. Kind of cool out there. Safety is also a player to watch for this team. It's 2nd and 10, so I've actually got it right here, except from a little bit ahead on the seconds. So let me go ahead and add a few seconds back on there. There we go. We're about right now. 13:07. Oh, looks like we got a stoppage and clock right here. 13:07, and we have a flag. So I'll go ahead and throw the flag out here. Where's that flag button? There we go. $13.07, 2nd and 15 now. And take the flag away. 2nd and 15. Looks like Alex McGo is warming up here on the side. Got some comments. Dante saying, "What's up?" and "What's up, Dante?" Glad to have you out here, my friend. As well as, how are y'all watching the game on Fox? He's got it on. Muted. Says you're behind. Well, when it comes to 2nd and 15, Corral runs it out to about the 18-yard line. 3rd down. 3rd down for Corral. Let me go ahead and get the clock going. 3rd down. 3rd and I would say probably 3. I don't think he got the first down. I'm going to go ahead and say 3. I'm going to go ahead and type that in. And once it stops showing the replays, nice catch and run right there by the receiver, number 8. I have to look him up because he's not a returning player. Did not see him last year. 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 for this team. Looks like it's going to be 12:05 on the clock. Take it down to that. It is 4th and 4, and this team is going to punt. 4th and 4 for this Birmingham Stallions team. Corral tried to do his best, but coming in off the bench, he was cold. See, and the weird thing about this, I talked about this last week, is how the clock works for the UFL. It just runs randomly. Randomly runs. 36-yard attempt. They're going to kick it for the field goal attempt. Stallions, field goal is good. We've got a 3-point game for the Stallions. I should have marked who had the possession there. I got to go ahead and go back. So, yes, Stallions had the possession there. Next, the possession will be going to the Panthers. We have a commercial break. I'll be back here on the other side of this commercial break. Keep those comments coming, and I'll talk about those and more when we come back from this commercial break.
Total Football Talk Extra will return right after this. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. If you want your Commanders to be repped right, well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 1:05 p.m. Eastern, 12:05 a.m. Central on the SIRTOBA Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers, right side, commanders. Where my soldiers, left side, commanders.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central on the SIRTOBA Media and the COMI Media YouTube channels. Total Football Talk Extra.
And we're back from commercial break. We have a 3-0 lead for this Birmingham Stallions team. Again, it is not commercial break. We are back for the TFT Extra stream of the week between these two teams, led by Skip Holtz and Mike Nolan out here. Score and drive, 6 plays for 34 yards is what we saw for the production out of this team, as we have this matchup here for this team of the week that I think is we have a return out to about the 31-yard line for the Michigan Panthers. We'll see what they can do out here in these streams. Led by Bryce Perkins last week, 16-19, 163 passing yards and 2 passing touchdowns against the Memphis Showboats. That's not really a team that's much competition at this point, that being the Showboats, when it comes to their offense against the defense of the against the Michigan Panthers last week. So they had an easy win. This is a good contest between these two. We'll have to see who can come away with the victory here, as the Panthers have a good test here. The defense, 3-on-1, is the catch made by number 9 of the Michigan Panthers. Number 9, Marcus Sims, wide receiver, 6 foot tall, 194 pounds, out of West Virginia college. He's playing for players to watch for them. Nate McCrary, the running back for the Panthers. Marcus Sims, who just caught that pass. On defense, you got Onai and Tazino, number 31 and number 90, the linebacker and the defensive end. Players to look at for this side. It is 2nd and 10. Let me go ahead and mark to that right now. Little handoff to number 26 of the running back core for this team. Number 26, Matthew Colburn. Let me go ahead and get this clock started right here. I am failing you guys with that one. But nice little run by Matthew Colburn there. I believe that should be enough to get a first down. Colburn shaking about 3 tackles on that run. Nice run for Colburn. It's down to about 10:26. Nice little catch by Colburn. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Let me go ahead and update that. 2nd and 5, where we should be at this point. The clock is about right. 10:05 is what we have. Colburn so far, 90 rushes, 401 yards last year, second in the UFL as far as averaging 4.5 yards per attempt with 4 touchdowns. Was his total yardage 401 for last season in 2023 for this team. 9:45 on the clock, 2nd and 6. I got to update that. 2nd and 6 for this team. There is a flag. Let me go ahead and stop the clock right here. Should be at 9:42. And there is a flag. False start on this team for the Michigan Panthers. It's going to make it to where it's 2nd and 11. I'm going to take the flag away so you can see that 2nd and 11 out here for this team. You know, as Michigan Panthers, we'll see. 9:42 is now down to 9:32. They are actually running this clock down now that they are under center. Perkins drops back under pressure. Tosses it up in the air. It looks like it's going to be an incomplete pass. 9:19 on the clock. 3rd and 11 for this team. 3rd and 11. Nakua on one side, Nakua on the other as far as offense and defense for this Michigan Panthers team. One Nakua's given up 3 points. Can the other Nakua at least help put 3 points on the board? They've got to get it past midfield. It's 3rd and 11 at this point. It's not looking good right here to start it out for this Michigan Panthers squad. Drops back. Perkins is back. Stumbles around, dances around, throws it up in the air. Is it caught? It's number 4 has it for a first down. Number 4. Way to catch that unit right there, number 4. So I'm talking about Mariner. We were talking about Mariner in the pregame. If Mariner was in this game, he is their number 1 receiver on the depth chart. If he's in there, it's going to make a difference. And Mariner catches that on 3rd and 11. Gets a first down for this team. Gotta love it. You gotta love it. If you are a fan of football, Mariner in the slot catching that unit right there. Colburn takes the handoff. Gets about 2 or 3 yards right here. Let's say about 2 or 3 yards of the handoff of this unit. Nope, not second. We're going to have to give it about, let's say, here. Because we do have a 2nd down. He did not get enough to get the first down. 2nd and 6. I was 1 off. 2nd and 6. Thanks to Colburn. Mike Nolan's 3rd season as the Panthers head coach, 12-9 record so far last year. Coach of the year last year, 2024, for this Michigan Panthers team. 2nd and 6 that we have for this team out here, known as the Panthers. 3rd down. 3rd down for this team. It's going to be 3rd and 6. The clock continues to run. Not sure if it's going to show you guys a little bit of a delay out here in these streams, but Perkins 2 of 4 so far for 18 yards. Dumpster Pelican worthy numbers. He's lucky to still be within this at midfield. Just over midfield here at about the 41-yard line. 3rd and 6 for the Panthers so far. 2 rushing plays on this drive and 5 passing plays. On 3rd and 6, you got to pass it. You cannot be standing back there handing it off. Perkins dropping back in the shotgun. Gets it out of his hands, but incomplete. Incomplete. We're going to have a 4th down. 4th down here. And we do have a player down on the other side for the Stallions. Taking a knee. We'll stop the clock right here. Perkins dropped back. He was under pressure. Was dancing around. Threw it into triple coverage. Wow. You threw it into triple coverage, Perkins. What in the expletive were you thinking? What were you thinking out here in these streams when we're live for this 8 o'clock contest between these 2 teams out here in these streams? Wow, what is going on when you're throwing into triple coverage? Triple mother-fathering coverage. Wow. Can't believe it. You have a prime opportunity to get a touchdown, to get something up on this team that is the reigning, defending UFL champions. But you couldn't do it. You could not do it. You're now punting it. It's 4th and 6. So let me go ahead and put it back. It is 6:40. It technically has not. They technically have not given the ball up yet. So put it at 4th and 6. You're about to punt it away. You had a prime opportunity right here to do something, do some damage against this team. But instead, it looks like the Stallions, even though it's only 3 points, they have a chance with the advantage to take this next upcoming drive and do something. Let me go ahead and fix this because I am a little bit behind here as far as the clock, as it does run. And it looks like they let it run all the way down to a play clock violation because it's 6:05. We do have a flag. 4th and 6. It's on Birmingham. Remains 4th and 6. Clock continues to go. All right, here goes the punt. Finally. Punting it away to the Stallions. The Panthers punt it, and it looks like they're going to have it down at about the 16-yard line. 5:40 is on the clock. It is now officially down on the other side for the Stallions. We're going to flip it to their possession. They're going to take a commercial break. We're at 5:40. We'll see you on the other side of this commercial break.
Total Football Talk Extra will return right after this. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. If you want your commanders to be repped right, well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 1:05 p.m. Eastern, 12:05 a.m. Central. On the SIRTOBA Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers, right side, commanders. Where my soldiers, left side.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central on the SIRTOBA Media and the COMI Media YouTube channels. Total Football Talk Extra.
And we're back from commercial break. Again, 3-0 contest between these two teams here on Friday night between the Birmingham Stallions and the Michigan Panthers. We've got these two teams playing right here, right now. As the Birmingham Stallions have the ball, they are up 3-0 right here and now for this matchup. We'll see what they can do out here in these streams. Birmingham Stallions with the ball. Both teams still with their timeouts. It is 5:40 on the clock. And little handoff. It's got a loss of 1. A loss of 1. We're at second down. Loss of 1. Wow. No, they're not gonna. They're gonna take it back. Okay. I saw a loss of 1. I forgive you though. I'm not gonna get mad at you for not counting it. Trying to give them a little bit of an advantage. They are the reigning, defending UFL champion. What's up, Ike? Get your comments out here out here in a second. Everybody else who's just now tuning in, drop the comments in. I'll acknowledge you here shortly. A nice pass for first down. Nice pass. We have a first down already, 1st and 10. I'll go ahead and reset that out here. 1st and 10. Nice little pass. Nice pass from Matt Corral. Got to give him a shout out here. That was to number 2. Number 2, their receiver, is not even listed on their depth chart. Unless it's, oh, no. It's A's, Deion Kane. Deion Kane was the one. He was one of their leading receivers from last season. Shout to Deion Kane for coming back and doing some damage to where there's a first down out here for this Birmingham Stallions team. Nice little fake handoff. Incomplete pass. Let's go ahead and get a stop over here on the clock. It's 4:18. Let's go ahead and add a few seconds back on the clock. Corral in 6 games last season had 58.1% completion percentage, 494 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Matt Corral led that team to that championship last year, doing damage out here in these streams. Let's see what he does. See what he does with 3:54. I'm taking the clock. If you see it, sporadically jump down, it's because I'm updating you on what's on the screen. Looks like a nice little dump pass for about 6 yards. It's going to be a 3rd down. 3rd down out here for this team. I would say about 3rd and 6. Let's see what we got. I'll go ahead and set it to 6. And it's 4. I was wrong. I'll put the 4. Let's see what we got. 3rd and 4. What do you do? What do you do on 3rd and 4? It's on your 30-yard line. You really haven't done much. You've only got 3 points so far in this contest. You're on your 33. That's where you're at. 3-11 in this contest. From the shotgun, Corral throws it, almost intercepted by number 10 of the defense. We got to see who number fathering 10 is. Number 10 did his job. He knew what the assignment was and showed the up. That's what he did. Number 10. Shout out to number 10, Noah Dawkins, the linebacker. Shout out to old Noah with an H. That's what he did. He came in there, dropped the hammer with himself, forced a punt out here in these streams. I got to add some seconds back on the clock. Got to animate it. Punting it on out. Looks like we're down to the 22. That's where we're going to stop it. We have it down to the 22, and it's about 2:28 on the clock. Let's go ahead and reset the downs. What do you think with what just happened? What do you think with what just happened right there? Let me know out here in the comments. Let me reset to where we have 1st and 10. It's a commercial for the TV, but I'm going to keep us here at regular time and just not change it up. I'm going to talk to you and see what you got to say. As Dante says, what's up, everybody? Says, how are y'all watching the game? We're watching it through Fox and talking about it here since the announcers don't have as much fun as we do out here in these streams. So we can keep it real and talk real football. You can talk about comments here. We can talk back and forth. We can interact. You can't do that with those on the television. Dante says he's got it on, but he's got it muted as he's listening to myself and communicating back and forth. Says he's way behind, as well as Sick Diggy saying, what's good, everybody? Sick Diggy is all the way from father in Norway. So shout to him. Give a shout to him all the way from another continent, talking to us and communicating out here in these streams. Good old communication from Sick Diggy. What's good, Dante says, oh, Ike. And what's good to Sick, as well as Panthers need to step it up for the D, because they are in Michigan, because it is so cold in the D.
Acknowledge me.
Oh, it is. Let me.
You guys want to hear a fucking story?
The story is one of these two teams is about to take the... And if you're my man Hawk representing this place, Detroit, out here in these streets, over on this side on the East Coast, you do not want them to take the... They need to step it up. As Ike says, go Detroit out here in these streams. Six says, what's good, everybody, at Ike as well as at Dante. No nuts, no glory, or no guts, no glory. You take all your chances and you live with the outcomes. Absolutely. As we talk about these teams out here between the Stallions and the Panthers, again, the Stallions coming into this game, reigning defending champions, but 0-1 based on their week 1 contest, and the Panthers 1-0. But right now it doesn't matter because the Stallions are actually up 3-0. So could we end this game with both of them being 1-1 by the end of it? We'll have to see. But we got two Nakua brothers on the side for the Panthers. And what are they going to do for this team? Who knows? But they did do some damage last week as both of them scored a touchdown to make a difference in the game last week for the Michigan Panthers. All right, so we now have a play by the Stallions. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 for this team already. Incomplete pass. It's going to be 2:15. Let's go ahead and start this clock and get it on down. We got 56 total yards by the Stallions and 35 for the Panthers. Perkins throws outside to Sternberger. We got a first down based on what Sternberger just did. Shout out to him doing damage again out here in these streams. Good old Jay Sternberger. $131-130 down to the clock. Let's go ahead and get a little background music out here. I had it earlier. Let's have it again. $114 down with the clock. We've got the second down. Perkins 3 of 7 on the day so far. He has been struggling. Hats off to the D-line for both teams. They're definitely going to pull off all the stops for the respective sides, says Sick Diggy. I mean, I definitely agree with that out here in these streams. Go ahead and throw that up there for those of you just tuning in. Second and 17. Perkins with a nice little toss pass. We're down to the 39 now, but it is third down. Let me go ahead and update what this distance in yards will be. Will be 3rd and 9. And add the third on there. All right, so we've got 17 seconds on the clock. The clock is running right now. 3rd and 9. Perkins 4 of 8, 39 yards. Let's see what he can do with this. If he can move the ball. We got a false start. We got a false start on the Panthers. 4 seconds left on the clock. Got a flag. And come on, guys. False start for the Panthers. It's going to give them another 5 yards. They got to go back. It's going to be 3rd and 14 right before the end of this first quarter. But they're going to let the clock go. And it's going to be the end of the first quarter for this game. We're going to go ahead and take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll get the second quarter. Before we go on into halftime, it's UFL Friday. We are live here. And we are not talking about
Okay.
somebody will take the... After this next commercial break, then we have the second quarter.
Total Football Talk Extra will return right after this. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. If you want your Commanders to be repped right, well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report, every Tuesday at 1:05 p.m. Eastern, 12:05 a.m. Central, on the SIRTOBA Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers, right side, commanders. Where my soldiers, left side.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central on the SIRTOBA Media and the COMI Media YouTube channels. Total Football Talk Extra. Total Football Talk Extra. Total Football Talk Extra
Is back as we do have the start of the second quarter. Sorry, I did miss that. We got to take it down to 14 minutes now. It has started, but we do have it up to 14:16 right now for the clock. Welcome back as you are watching this Friday night contest between the Birmingham Stallions and the Michigan Panthers. I don't know if it froze on you or not with playing this button. There we go. It did actually play for you guys. It froze on me for a second. Here, I don't know if it's the internet or what, but we have the Stallions and the Panthers. It is 14:16 for the time on here. We are in the second quarter. And we do have a possession by these teams. And it looks like we do have another commercial break. Wow, this is insane.
Total Football Talk Extra will return right after this. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. If you want your Commanders to be read right, well, D. Willie is your man. Commanders Gridiron Report, every Tuesday at 1:05 p.m. Eastern, 12:05 a.m. Central, on the SIRTOBA Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers, right side, Commanders. Where my soldiers, left side.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central on the SIRTOBA Media and the COMI Media YouTube channels. Total Football Talk Extra.
Yes, we are back finally from another commercial break. As we have these two teams, Birmingham Stallions and the Michigan Panthers, facing off at Ford Field tonight. Looks like we've had the battle of the defenses so far. The Panthers and the Stallions have been beating up on one another. Stallions starting quarterback McGonough has gone down 14-16 on the clock. It is 1st and 10, and it is a Stallions possession. It looks like McGonough is on the sideline. Corral still leading this team. Love to see at halftime what's going on with McGonough. And it looks like there's a handoff. Person takes it out to where we're going to have a 2nd and 1. Clock continues to run. 2nd and 1 for this Stallions team. Nice run by Ricky Person. Corral 3 of 6, 60 yards on the day. 3 of 6, 30 yards on the day. 64.6 QBR is what I meant to say. Hand off again. Person Jr. Oh no, this is Roundtree the second. It's Larry Roundtree the third, running this for a 1st down. Shot to Larry Roundtree, also another returning player for this team this year. Part of that championship winning squad last year. Larry Roundtree. 1st and 10. Birmingham Stallions did use one of their timeouts, so I will have to take one of those away. As Corral drops back, we have a dart to the end zone, but it's broken up. We will have an incomplete pass here. 13 minutes even right on the clock. 2nd and 10. Nice pass broken up by number 14 of the defense for the Panthers. Look up who 14 is on the defense. Did his job. He knew what his assignment was. Showed up. Did his job out there in the backfield. 14. He was not showing up so far on the website. 2nd and 10. Corral gets the ball off just in time. He's going to run it up. He will have enough to get the 1st down. Corral gets the 1st down. 1st and 10 for Corral. Panthers do have, Stallions do have one less timeout, so I took one of their timeouts today. But the Panthers still have all 3 of their timeouts. Actually, oh no, they took one away, but then gave it back. What is going on out here with this screen? All right. Go ahead and take one of those off of here. A little bit of time. Clock continues to run. We have a first down. Route 3 is 730 yards. Another incomplete pass there. But based on penalties that are given up, it hasn't been as bad as last week, though. I will have to say, last week it was a little bit worse when it came to the penalties. Clean things up a little. Doing a little bit better at it. I am proud to see that. Corral drops back on first down. We have a dart to the end zone, but we're going to have an incomplete pass. Panthers want to have offensive interference, but they're not going to get it. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Nice try, though. Try to say there was offensive interference. It's number 14 again. Number 14 has been active. Still trying to figure out who it is, but they do not have number 14 listed on their website as an active player, so he must have just recently got called up. 2nd and 10. Corral drops back, hands off to Roundtree, the third again. We're going to have a third down. Third down and some change. Third down and some change. We're going to have a little bit of Strange out here on the field. What are we going to have as far as the yardage? The 3rd and 12. 3rd and 12. I do need to adjust the clock a little bit. There we go. We should be around the money now. 3rd and 11. Alex McGuinness having a hard time staying on the sideline watching this in real time. He's really having a hard time, it looks like. They adjusted to 3rd and 11. It was 3rd and 12. Looks like they're going to have a delay of game now. A flag for delay of game. Wow, man. They are having a hard time out here. Really hard time on this drive. 3rd and 16, ladies and gentlemen. 3rd and 16. This Birmingham Stallions team. We still have a 3-0 contest. This flag. Go ahead and adjust the time a little bit. Make it to where we're on the money. There we go. Skip Holtz over there puzzled. This is quarterbacks 3 of 8 for 30 yards. They might have to throw in their 3rd string. Oh, did Corral just throw an interception to the Panthers? It looks like he did. We have an interception by the Michigan Panthers. Number 14, who isn't even listed on the roster, now has an interception in his hands. 9:26 on the clock. We got to figure out who in the expletive number 14 of the Michigan Panthers is during our commercial break. We really do. On 3rd and 16. 3rd and 16. Miller Jr. Miller Jr., number 14. Sick Diggy, if you're out there, do me a favor. See if you can Tony Reality this. Find out who Miller Jr. is during the commercial break. I have to go run to the restroom real quick. I'll be back after this quick commercial break.
Total Football Talk Extra will return right after this. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. If you want your Commanders to be repped right, well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 1:05 p.m. Eastern, 12:05 a.m. Central on the SIRTOBA Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers, right side, commanders. Where my soldiers, left side.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central on the SIRTOBA Media and the COMI Media YouTube channels. Total Football Talk Extra.
Welcome back to the program as we have an interception by the Panthers, which led to the turnover from the Stallions. I am your host, Drew Willingham, as we are here for this Friday night matchup between these two teams, the Birmingham Stallions and the Michigan Panthers. Panthers with the ball. Nice little handoff from number 8 of the Panthers. Danny Etling is now in the game. That's who number 8 is. Good old Danny Etling. Second and 5. Good old 2nd and 5 out here in these streams. Let's go ahead and adjust this where we have 2nd and 5. Clock is running. 8:52 is on the clock, down to 8:50 now. We have a run, which looks like it could be to where we're at 3rd and 1. 8:45. It did go out of bounds, so I'm going to stop it for a second. We are at 3rd and 2. Clock is now running. Go ahead and start that down to where we are at 8:32. Crazy thing is they're interviewing this guy, number 14, on the screen, but I can't even see him. I will have to do a little bit of digging out here for this one. DJ Miller Jr., that is this guy. 1st and 10 we now have. Danny Etling for this team, helping convert. Froze up for a second. Danny Etling out here helping convert first downs. Handing the ball off is definitely key to making things happen. And when you have it looks like we're going to have them come off the field for a second. 2nd and 7. There have been 6 rushes and 11 passes for this team they have selected within their past couple of drives. They have been active, but right now on 2nd and 7, lining up in the shotgun formation. We do have a little bit of a freeze right here. My apologies. Sometimes the interwebs can act up a little bit. It's now moved to a 3rd and 7 all of a sudden. I might have to make an adjustment at halftime based on what I had going on at first, but that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do in all fairness. That way it's not getting locked up. I'll explain that during the halftime intermission. What I had going on and what could have caused, would just happen, but it's all good. I'm about 5 seconds ahead right here. Let me go ahead and add a few seconds on the clock. As it is 3rd and 7, Etling 1 of 2 for 3 yards. Drops back. Looks like he's going to be sacked on 3rd and 7. Clock continues to run. It will be 4th down. 4th and 9 is what we're looking at, because there was a loss of yardage, I would say. 4th and 8, maybe 4th and 9. Put it at 4th and 8 right now. And yes, CJ, and yes, 6 says Panthers number 14, DJ Miller, rookie from Kent State. They are going to punt this. It's going to be 4th and 13. 4th and 13. Stallions are going to take it. They're going to run it back. It's going to be to about the 49-50. They went past midfield. It's going to be on the 48. Wow. Stallions absolutely. Yeah, they're looking poised to try to get the win. Probably embarrassed based on what they did last week. Start to see what they do out here. That was embarrassing for them. Losing to the defenders on their first game back. 5:37 on the clock. Go ahead and make that little bit of adjustment. We're going to go ahead and take another commercial break. When we come back, go through the comments, get caught up, get readjusted after this next commercial break.
Total Football Talk Extra will return right after this. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. If you want your commanders to be repped right, well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 1:05 p.m. Eastern, 12:05 a.m. Central on the SIRTOBA Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers, right side, commanders. Where my soldiers, left side.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central on the SIRTOBA Media and the COMI Media YouTube channels. Total Football Talk Extra.
And we're back for the Birmingham Stallions taking on the Michigan Panthers in Detroit, Michigan, between the Stallions and the Panthers. Tonight, I'm your host, Drew Willingham, on this edition brought to you by
SIRTOBA Media, where the struggle is real to be awesome.
5:37 on the clock. 1st and 10. Corral hands it off to Person Jr. Let's go ahead and start the clock. So right here, we're going to have a second down. 5:27 on the clock. 2nd and 9. Second and 9 on the clock. 5:10 on the clock. Yes. Everything is synced up. If you're watching SmackDown on the other side, we got the Bloodline going against LA Knight over there on SmackDown. Trying to take the title, but LA Knight comes with the victory over Tama Tonga. We now have a 3rd down. Clock continues to run for this team. 3rd and 6. Third and 6. What do you do? 4.5 minutes left in this half. You have the opportunity to run away with this. You are the Birmingham Stallions here with the ball. I meant to flip that over. It's the Stallions who are at 3rd and 6. Just over midfield. Pass, catch, complete. Number 17. You have a 1st down, and this team has an opportunity to add more points on the board. if you are this team known as the Birmingham Stallions. Number 17, Marlon Williams with the catch and with the first down. Got to adjust this unit in the moment. My apologies. Sick Diggy, hope you're still out there. Nice little pass out there to number 17, Williams again. Nice job out there for Birmingham Stallions. We have another first down. Clock continues to run for this team. Sick Diggy still saying he's still here. Down to the 30-yard line. This team is really moving the chains. If they score here, they get a touchdown, they'll be up 10-0. 2nd and 1 is what we have out here on this clock. And with the run, looks like the run's going to be by Person. We're going to have a first down. Good job by Ricky Person Jr. He has been absolutely crushing it out here as their running back there in the backfield. Seven rushes for 39 yards on the day, averaging 5.6 yards per rush is Person Jr. Corral drops back in the shotgun, throws it, but it's going to be out of bounds. We're going to have a stoppage of clock. It's going to be stopped at the 2 and 11. It's going to be 2nd and 10, though. 2nd and 10. Clock's going to now start to run again as they are lined up. And they also do the 2-minute warning here in the UFL. 2-minute warning timeout. That's what we're going to have. But while they go to their 2-minute warning timeout, we're going to stay here. And I'm going to go through the comments from Sick Diggy and acknowledge you all out here in the comments section. He says, what are your chances of this game turning into an artillery duel between the special teams? It absolutely could. That is a good take right there. Right now, with it being just at the 2-minute warning before halftime, we could be talking about how this could have came into fruition by the end of this game. We'll have to look back on this comment because we're going to be here until the end of this game. And yes, definitely back on the air. And it's cool. You said he just saw Alex McGonough's injury on UFL's YouTube. Should be glad he didn't dislocate his elbow the way he landed on it. Ouch. Yes, it definitely hurt the way it looked like to me. And that's why I was like, oh, when it happened. And it was right at the beginning of the game. Like the game had just started. It's like the first play of the game. Gee. Hopefully McGonough isn't severely injured. And you said you were on it. That was when we were talking about DJ Miller being the rookie from Kent State, signed with the Panthers last December and was an undrafted signee of the Kansas City Chiefs prior to the 2024 season. Cornerback out of Kent State, yes. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, folks. Yes, please do not forget. I need to create more graphics about doing that so I can click on those things. But what I can at least click on is this. When it comes to the fact that this is what we're doing right here and now when it comes to this right here. When it comes to participating in this live event, live stream between the Stallions and the Panthers tonight. Friday night football action on Total Football Talk Extra. Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Let me go ahead and take this away from it. As we are live right now, 2-minute warning. They have just come back from their commercial break, and we will be back here in just a sec. As we are back right here and now, they're on the field. Stallions looking to do damage. What will they do? 138 total yards last week. That's how they struggled. That's how they lost that game. They're looking to improve on that this week, and we'll go over their yardage and their stats at halftime. Corral only 48 yards and an interception, 5 of 12 and 48 yards. They do get a first down and a run by Persons Jr. Good job on Persons Jr. Let me go ahead and take it down to 154. It's where we're about at. Neither of the teams have taken timeouts. Looking back at it, neither of them have. They have not taken timeouts yet. Nice little float pass by Corral into the end zone. We're going to have a second down. Second down with 1:36 on the clock. Once they set the ball, that's when the clock will start. But 2nd and 10. Corral down there, 6 of 14, 60 yards and an interception. So he did get that little completion earlier to get to about that first down. And that's what got him to 60 yards. But still 60 yards in one half. It's not looking good. They play the same amount of time as the NFL regulated time. Same amount of yardage and everything. They are down to the 5-yard line now. It is now 3rd down. 3rd and 2. That's what we're looking at now. Nice little 8-yard dink and dunk. Well, a little rush, not a dink and dunk, a little handoff dink and dunk. 68 yards, dink and dunk. 68 yards passing is what he has, 7 of 15. Because I guess they gave it to him as a pass. I thought because it was like kind of sideways, it was kind of like a handoff, kind of like a pitch, but it wasn't. 3rd and 2 is what we have here. Clock continues to run. 4th and 1 now. As they ran it, they did not get the first. Ran by Persons Jr. Did not get the first down. 4th and 1. Clock continues to run. Birmingham, what do you do here? Do you go for the field goal? Make it 6-0. It looks like they're sending Harrison Mevis out there. They're going to stop the clock here. Panthers are going to take the timeout. Panthers take their timeout. So we can actually say somebody took a timeout in this half. So timeout away. Clock is actually at 35 seconds. It's 4th and 1. Birmingham. Send Mevis out there. Mevis built like a linebacker. Should be out there playing defense. Instead, he is out there kicking field goals. Kind of reminds me of Jared Lorenzen as the quarterback back in the day for the Giants. Then he was an arena football phenom. But out there kicking, well, I would say Sebastian Janikowski, we could say that's what he reminds me of. But out here, 21-yard attempt. Make it a 6-0 game with 35 seconds on the clock right now. 6-0 game. And give the Panthers the ball with about 32 seconds on the clock before the kick. Yeah, it's going to be 32 seconds. We'll go ahead and just shave off 32. They're going to get 3 more points. And it's going to be 6-0 Stallions. They're going to kick the ball off to the Panthers. When we come back with 32 seconds, we're going to take it to commercial break.
Total Football Talk Extra will return right after this. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. If you want your Commanders to be repped right, well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report, every Tuesday at 1:05 p.m. Eastern, 12:05 a.m. Central, on the SIRTOBA Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers? Right side. Commanders. Where my soldiers? Left side.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered a winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central on the SIRTOBA Media and the COMI Media YouTube channels. Total Football Talk Extra.
Welcome back from commercial break to, yes, the live contest between the Stallions and the Panthers. We are just getting back from commercial break. It is 6-0 out here. Stallions are about to kick the ball off to the Panthers as we are just not coming back with 32 seconds on the clock. Who do you think is going to win this game out here between these two teams? Will it be the Panthers? Will it be the Stallions? You let me know out here in these streams. Here we go with the kickoff. It's about to go down with 32 seconds out here. But before I click the button, they have to receive it before the clock starts. And they do receive it. They're gonna return it out to the 32-yard line. Clock stops with 25 seconds. What do you do here if you're the Panthers? 25 seconds before you go into halftime. 1st and 10. Good old Panthers. Good old Panthers out here in these streams. First and 10. You still have 2 timeouts. You got 2 timeouts that you're working with. Drop him back. Little toss up to the side to Cobra. And he goes out of bounds. So we're going to have 2nd down. We are going to have 2nd down. 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 out here for the Panthers. Danny Etling, 2 of 3 for 8 yards since coming in relief. 21 yards on the 21 seconds on the clock. Throws it out. Clock's going to continue to run. Are they going to take a timeout? Still letting the clock run. You still have. I guess they figure with it being 3rd down here, you might as well just let it go down to halftime. And that's what they're doing. Going down to halftime is what they did. That's where we're at. We're going to have a halftime show. We're going to talk about all these stats and more. But we're going to take a commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to have a halftime show. And I'll go over your comments out here in the chat. I'll see you here after this next commercial break. And we'll do that.
Total Football Talk Extra will return right after this. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. If you want your commanders to be repped right, well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 1:05 p.m. Eastern, 12:05 a.m. Central on the SIRTOBA Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers? Right side. Commanders. Where my soldiers? Left side.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central on the SIRTOBA Media and the COMI Media YouTube channels. Total Football Talk Extra.
Welcome back to Total Football Talk Extra Stream of the Week. That's what we're calling it. That's what we're doing. And that's what I'm copying and pasting out here when it comes to these things. I'm going to go ahead and have that banner going down there. And we're going to talk about some stats for this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually have this for you. I'm going to do this in real time. So I should have done this earlier, but the busy schedule this week, I didn't have a chance to do this. So just type this up in real time. I'm going to see what you think when it comes to halftime show. And that's what we're going to have for that. The halftime show. I'm going to edit that. I'm going to have it to a scrolling. I'm going to have an enter. And we're going to have an ad. And we're going to save. That's what we're going to do out here for this. When it comes to this one, when it comes to streams, when it comes to this right now, no commercial breaks we do not have. But we do have is a stream of the week. This is not actually letting me save this in real time like I would like it to. So we're going to see if it does that. And I'm going to edit this and save it. Sometimes these things, man, I swear, when you're trying to do stuff in real time and save it, doesn't always work. There we go. That's what I was talking about. That's what I was trying to do. So sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, we still are at the halftime. Let's talk about the stats. Let's talk about what these teams have done during the first time that we saw them go head-to-head for the 2025 season in this half here at Ford Field. Matt Corral coming in with the Birmingham Stallions, 7 of 15 for 68 yards, only able to lead this team to 2 field goals, 4.5 yards per passing attempt. Does have 1 interception and has a 32.1 QBR. Has absolutely been playing like a total dumpster pelican out here in these streams, and I have to get that thing uploaded. But what I can say is it has been a total
surprise, motherfucker,
to see this Stallions group do what they have been doing this year. They're 0-1 coming into this game, and they're playing like a team that's 0-1, only giving up, well, I mean, luckily the Panthers haven't scored anything because the Stallions have scored 2 field goals. Scored 2 field goals, and they've had 1 interception. Corral is not leading this team to anything promising. He's leading them to what potentially could be a down year over there in Birmingham. I'm very concerned, and you should be too, if you're anybody out there who's been watching this team. Because Person Jr. has 8 carries for 40 yards, averaging 5 yards per carry with a long of 27, yes. He's got 13 yards on 7 attempts, so you do need to be concerned about that. This offensive line hasn't been able to help out the Stallions group at all. If you look at it in comparison to what they were last year, they have been a total surprise.
What?
Because I would not have thought they were going to be this bad. They look like they are a team that's destined to take many of these this season. Right now, 6-0. Not a promising lead. You got to look and see what you can do for this upcoming second half. Are you going to be able to contain this Panthers team that got a victory last week? A Panthers team that came into this season of spring football, ready to rock and roll like the rest of this group right here. A Panthers team that was not fooling around last week, where they have come in here and despite having issues with Bryce Perkins, to where he was 4 of 9 for 44.4 completion percentage for 39 passing yards, a 57.2 QBR, where you bring in Danny Etling, who was kind of like your ace in the hole last year. A 75% completion percentage. He was 3 of 4 so far on this game. The scary part about that is he's 3 of 4 for 8 yards. So he's completing the ball, but he's not moving it far at all. You have no rushing game right here. And besides what Mariner did to where I got hype earlier on that one catch, you haven't been able to do much. You need to step it up over here if you're the Panthers in the second half. You need to get something going on your offense. You've been struggling with your offensive line. They have not been protecting you all that well. It's been the battle of the defenses so far when you really look at it. Because the defense speaks for the Panthers. For what he's done, he's had 5 solo tackles, 2 for a loss. Dawkins is the one who's been forcing solo things out there too. He's got 3 tackles and 1 solo as well. He's been doing things out there and doing damage too. I'm just concerned out there if you're the Panthers and you came into this game, except for DJ Miller Jr., who had that one good drive, you're holding them on the other side to 2 field goals, but your offense is doing nothing. Unless the defense can force an interception and actually score on it. Like, you had Miller Jr. get the interception, but he couldn't score on it. If you get him to force one and score on the next one, you got a chance. Your offense is not doing much at all when, at least for Corral on the other side, Person Jr. can bust it on a 20-yard run if you get him a good enough blocking opportunity. Kane's gotten 2 receptions for 24 yards as well, but you just can't punch it into the end zone. Neither team has been impressive. Perkins on the defense for the Stallions has done a decent job with 3 solo tackles and 1 for a loss, but except for Anahi, same thing for him. He's done pretty good, but tackles for loss. Between Mevis's 2 field goals, he's like the star of the game right now. Like 2 30-yard field goals, like a 33 and a 36. So looking at it was a 21 and a 36. The 36 was the first one. The last one, which was a close one, was a chip shot. It was a 21-yard field goal. It's a 21-yard field goal for Mevis to make it 6-0 for the Stallions as we are at halftime. 54 rushing yards for the Stallions, 22 for the Panthers, 122 total yards for the Stallions, 63 for the Panthers. 7 first downs for the Stallions, 4 for the Panthers, 16.5 minutes for the Stallions in time of possession to 13.27 minutes for the Panthers. It has been, time of possession has been kind of close. It hasn't been that far off, except for by a few minutes. And that's why this game is only 6-0 right now. The Stallions, I mean, when it comes to the matchup between these two teams, each team has had four drives. A total amount of plays, 28 for the Stallions in comparison to the 21 for the Panthers. But the total yards, twice the amount of yards in one half. That's why we're at halftime talking about them being up by at least 1 possession. But neither one of these two teams can get touchdown scores. It's all special teams. It's what the battle of that is right now. Special teams and defense and containing them. They're barely getting over midfield, getting themselves into field goal range. 36-yard one here. But the last one, where they were actually on the goal line, but a couple penalties, a false start, a hold, and then the screen froze for one of them, so I can't honestly tell you about one play, which kind of made a difference. They got a first down. But then there was another penalty, and then we had the opportunity for the field goal before we had to get a kickoff, and then the Panthers just let the clock run out to where we're now at halftime. We have an opportunity this second half to either see kind of a sleeper of a game for the first half of what we've seen, or we can see something that can be kind of badass, because that's what I want to see. This is Dwayne The Rock Johnson's Football League. We need to see something exciting, something electrifying on the night where we have SmackDown. We're on the same screen to have them split. You have the Street Profits on one part. You have Tommaso Ciampa and what's his name, Johnny Gargano, and the people from the underground. I forget what their names is. Alex somebody and something of one of another or whatnot. You got wrestling over there. You got SmackDown on USA right now for another hour and a half. Road to WrestleMania. So I got that on one screen and UFL on the other. But right now, we're talking mainly UFL because we are at the halftime show. So we can talk whatever we want at the halftime show as we are at the comments section. Sick Diggy's here. If anybody else out there wants to chime in, you can too. He said it was a smart move with that field goal. Nothing wrong with keeping it safe. I mean, you know, you're right. Got to do that. That's why you get up to 6 points, and you're at halftime leading 6-0. Clearly, each team's defense is holding and containing the opposing side's offense rather well. Exactly. And the Panthers don't need to force the issue. Just chew up the clock and regroup during halftime. Absolutely. No problem. Sometimes you got to improvise. Exactly. And looking at the stats, the QBs of both teams have proven to be inconsistent. They absolutely have. And it could come down to who will make the one crucial mistake that will turn things around. This is clearly a dumpster Pelican galore. Absolutely. And don't forget the delay of penalty game. Yes, the delay of game penalty. There was a couple of them that we actually saw over there. And the Motor City Machine Guns. Yes, it was the Motor City Machine Guns is who I was talking about. Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. I had the one part right. Because you have that on your TV more than likely over there in Norway, because that's what I have on the split screen with UFL. Now about to come back as we are still at halftime. Over here, we're talking about the Friday night game of the week, the TFT Extra Stream of the week. We are here for this Friday night game. Teams are warming up, getting ready to rock and roll, get started with the second half. I've got to adjust this section right here so we can put it at the third quarter. Move us on into the third quarter with our adjustment. There we go. 15 minutes. First and 10. Etling has his helmet on, so it looks like the Panthers should... Oh, no, Perkins is warming up. Perkins might be good enough to go back in. He did get his bell rung there in the first half. Good old Perkins. Is he going back in? We're about to find out. As they get set up, we will take one more commercial break. We'll see you here on the other side.
Total Football Talk Extra will return right after this. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. If you want your Commanders to be repped right, well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report, every Tuesday at 1:05 p.m. Eastern, 12:05 a.m. Central, on the SIRTOBA Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool. Total Football Talk Extra.
And we're back as the kickoff just happened. The Panthers have the ball. We're about to rock and roll as we're back to the TFT Extra Stream of the Week. It's 1st and 10. 14:55 is on our clock. They've now downset hiked themselves into, looks like what could be a 2nd and 5. Because we do have a second down. I am a few seconds behind. Should be at, there we go. 2nd and 4 is where we're at right there. Let me go ahead and subtract it to where we're at 2nd and 4 right now. Bryce Perkins is back on the field, 4 of 9 for 39 yards. They're giving him the keys to the offense one more time. Going to hand it on off. Oh, no, incomplete pass. 3rd and 4. It was a fake handoff, but it was a pass, a play action to where fooled me very well up here, even upstairs. It's just weird how, like, you have an incomplete pass, and in the NFL, the clock stops. But here, I guess, because they want the game to go so fast, they have very few rules that stop the clock entirely in the UFL, which has been very hard for me to get used to. And we have an interception, ladies and gentlemen. Number 32 of the Stallions intercepts, laterals it back to number 96 for another 10 yards before he is tackled. Number 98. Or is it number 96? His jersey got roughed up. I think it's 96 or 98. I can't tell. But we have an interception, ladies and gentlemen. 13:33 on the clock. I got to stop the clock. Wow. Stallions have an opportunity to score here and run away with this game pretty much at this point, because the other team, their opposition, is doing absolutely nothing in this game. The Panthers didn't show up tonight. The Panthers did not show up tonight. This is absolutely ridiculous. Did not show up whatsoever. Absolutely did not. You just didn't. You're just giving the ball away at this point. Perkins, you were on the sideline. Ettling's out there. He's completing the passes on dink and dunks, but he's not really doing much. You come out there, you throw the ball, you give it right away to the other team. Now Corral's going to come out there. 2nd and 3. I got hype and missed what actually happened on that play. Corral throws it out to number 12. Looks like we could have a touchdown. We have a touchdown finally. Or are they going to call him out of bounds? Nope, they're going to call him out of bounds. It's going to be 12:44 on the clock. Corral dinks and dunks. That was a nice pass to number 12. Who's number 12? His receiver. Is that a running back? Jay Sternberger. It's his tight end. They're going to call him down at the 3. I think you need to give it to Sternberger one more time. They're going to hand it on off to Person. Ricky Person Jr. He's going to take it to the goal line. 2nd and goal now. Corral is now 8 of 16, 82 yards with that pass to Sternberger. He still has that interception, which isn't really appealing. Clock continues to run. Well, they stopped at 11:40. Well, no, they're going to go to 11:41 and have a run. They hurry up. Oh, they're going to call a timeout. They're going to call a timeout with 11:32 as they were about to have a delay of game. That's what it was. But yeah, 2nd and goal is what we're looking at right now. Timeout. First timeout for the Stallions in this half. I mean, they are up 6-0. They didn't have to take so many timeouts. Stallions aren't usually having to control the game like that with the clock as far as taking timeouts. They usually are able to put up enough points, but they've had enough success where they've lost some key players on both sides to where they're gonna have some up and down battles this year. 11:30 on the 2 on the clock. 2nd and goal. I wish I could type out goal and it would show that. Let me try it. Actually, I haven't tried it yet. Nope, it won't do it. It just says Nan. Person Jr. runs it. We're going to have a touchdown. I get to click the touchdown button, Stallions. Touchdown for Ricky Person Jr. It's 12-0, 11-27 with the rushing touchdown. Quarterbacks can't get much action in there, but we do have one as Person runs to the left for what it is to be a 2-yard touchdown. Just because I want to click it again, I'll take the 6 away. But that's what we had. A touchdown right there by the Stallions. They only have 12, though, so I got to take that 1 touchdown away. But I just wanted to show you, as a result from their 2 field goals they had earlier, where it was 6-0, they're now going to go for it. A 2-point conversion to make it 14-0 is what they're going to do. Oh, looks like we have a flag. We have a mother-fathering flag. A false start by the Birmingham Stallions. It's going to set them back a little bit. Do you now go for the field goal, or do you continue to go for 2? That's the question you need to ask yourself now. Sick Dicky, let me know in the comments what you would do, as they now will still go for the 2-point conversion. Lining on up now, back to 12. Go for the 2-point conversion. Tossing into the end zone. He catches it, but he's down at the 1 is what it looks like to me. It looks like that's what they're going to call it as. He is a yard short, 81, short of the 2-point conversion. Birmingham Stallions, nice try. Very nice try, but you're not going to get it on this opportunity. But the Stallions are up 12-0 based on Person Jr.'s run. We have a we have a commercial break now after that score. 12-0 Stallions. I'll get to your comments here after this commercial break.
Total Football Talk Extra will return right after this. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. If you want your Commanders to be repped right, well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report, every Tuesday at 1:05 p.m. Eastern, 12:05 a.m. Central, on the SIRTOBA Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers, right side, commanders. Where my soldiers, left side.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered a winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central on the SIRTOBA Media and the COMI Media YouTube channels. Total Football Talk Extra.
Welcome back. We are back from commercial break as this game is back, showing a couple of highlight clips from this as they are back on the screen as well. But you are here. We are live right now as we are at Total Football Talk Extras live. When it comes to the play-by-play of the week, for this date at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, we are now a little over an hour and a half in to this game between the Stallions and the Panthers. 12-0 Stallions at this point in the contest. Panthers are going to get the ball. They're going to get an opportunity to do something in this game. Hopefully we will see something special come from this. A little bit of a beatdown they've suffered with 11:27 on the clock at this point. They're going to get the kickoff. They're going to take it back to the 26-yard line from what it looks like to start this out with 11:22 on the clock. 5 seconds are going to come off the clock at this point. This team has struggled when it comes to the Panthers, and they're going to get an opportunity to do something right here and now. What are they going to do? Are they going to actually score a touchdown? What do you think? Let me know out here in the comments. Six says he's watching SmackDown on his tablet via Netflix. Nice. And Six says, wait, the concussion protocol in the UFL, we'll have to get back to that one. Finally, a touchdown is scored. Absolutely. As finally we have a play. It's now second down. The clock is now down to 11:09. A little handoff for where we're at now with second down. It's going to be 2nd and 1. So more than just a little handoff, yes. I kind of missed that one, but why risk a 2-point conversion at this point? Very good question. And Melvin says, what's good, everybody? Good evening, everyone. Well, good evening to you too, Melvin. Glad you could tune in. I'll get back to you guys here with the rest of the comments as we have a rush up here by Colburn, number 28 for the Panthers. Oh, no, it's McCrary. McCrary takes the ball up there for the Panthers, and for him, he's been a little quiet over there running the ball. Finally, he's been 6 of 37 on the game. Now it takes to 7 of 40, so he gets 3 yards on that. Gets them to the first down. So it's now 1st and 10 for them. They run it again. Looks like it's going to be about for 2 yards on this rush right here. So I'm going to go ahead and move this on down to 2nd down. 2nd and 7 for a few yards. So yes, they get 3 yards on that rush right there. Melvin, what's good there, my man? Glad you could tune in, as well as Sick Diggy. Those of you watching on Twitch, X, and YouTube, thank you to all of you right now. I don't know if it's just not showing me X's comments for some reason, but I do see you guys out there, so thank you for tuning in, to those of you watching on X. I guess I'll check the comments out here during the next commercial break, but drop back, throw for Perkins. First down, 84 catches it. We have a first down thanks to number 84. Let's see who that is out here for their receivers. That's Gunnar Oaks, the tight end. Gunnar Oaks, the tight end, kind of just caught it and fell forward. Looked like a Brock Powers a little bit for the whatchamacallit, for the Raiders. Clock still runs, first down. We have 17 in motion, dropping back. Nice little handoff. Number 26, that's Colburn. Colburn's going to take that for the first down. We're going to have another rush up the gut. Panthers looking promising again. They did this a couple times earlier in the game, but they would do it for like a good 2 or 3 plays to start the drive out, and then now all of a sudden they want to do it again. But it's now 1st and 10. Will they be stopped here? They're on the 24-yard line. 24 yards to go. Fake handoff. Pass to number 4, who gets out to about the 18-yard line. Number 4 for the Panthers. Mariner is back in action. He had that one catch for 14 yards earlier, and we got hype earlier in the game, but I kind of had to retract a little because he didn't really do much after that. We have a flag. We have a flag, and it's up to 7:58 for the time. Will you hurry up and make up your mind what the penalty is? I mean, you guys didn't even really showcase it. Oh. Face mask. Face mask on Birmingham. Holding like they were, yeah, like, why are you doing that? 32 is, why would you do that, man? Why would you? I kind of had it's Panthers that have the ball, so I should have had the cursor on who has possession. But yes, Panthers have the ball. The Stallions are defending, and you're up by 12, and you have a face mask. You're just giving up extra yards. You're just giving up extra opportunities. They're closer now. It's not first and goal. You hand it off, but you're going to get stopped. So you're now on the 6. So I'm just going to put it at 2nd and 6 because you're on the 6-yard line. Wow, that's dumb. I don't care, like, you know, how big of a lead you have, even though 12 is, it's not much, but kind of with the way these games have been played, it's kind of a lot. So you're up 12-0. You can't really afford to give up that kind of penalty, and that's what you did with the face mask. You now have this team at 2nd and 6 as far as they're on the 6-yard line. They're ready to pounce. They're ready to score. They hand it on off to Roundtree. No, it looks like it's Colburn again who gets it to the 2. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Yeah, the Stallions just might have screwed themselves. That's what we're going to be talking about for the rest of this game. We still have plenty of game to talk about, and I got a plenty amount of slides to click because we got so much to acknowledge.
Acknowledge me.
Especially when it comes to speaking English.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Because somebody's taking this. It's 3rd and goal. They're going to hand the ball off. It's now 4th and goal. They did not get it in as they stopped the Panthers just short of the touchdown. 6:05 on the clock. Panthers are about to screw themselves over again. Wow, 4th down. 4th and goal. What do? 4th and 2. They got the opportunity to hand this ball off and do a tush push, or you throw a pass, and they hand it off, and they get stuffed again at the 2. You turn the ball over on downs on 4th down instead of maybe kicking the field goal again, 3 points. You hand the ball back on over to the Stallions, and now the Panthers are still going to keep losing this game and potentially more than certifiably take the...
Oh, my brother, testify.
At this point, the Panthers need to
Stop it. Get some help.
And I seriously just want to say this to all of you right now who just tuned in. But we have to talk about right now during the Fox commercial break. We're not taking commercial break at this point because our commercial break is going to be talking about how one team is certifiably ready to take the... They are looking like this.
You're fucking scared. Yeah, you're fucking scared.
However, it's time for this.
You guys want to hear a fucking story?
The story is this.
You can't handle the truth.
Most certifiably can't.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Oh!
That's terrible.
Fact.
You should know your role and shut your mouth.
Come on now, as we're at commercial having fun with the shenanigans.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Now, that is absurd.
Hail to the law. To the no, 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 no. Hell no, no. To the no, no.
It's 12-0. Stallions over the Panthers. Panthers turn the ball over on the 2-yard line, giving the ball to this team known as the Stallions, who are up 12-0. 1st and 10 for this team. I got to reset it because they're going to have the opportunity to take this game and run away with it. 126 total yards allowed the Stallions defense tonight. But they have not given up any scores. It's 5:41 on the clock. Start this out. Play clock's at 17. They line up on the 2. Could they get a safety? The Panthers get a safety at this point. As they hand it off. Oh, wow. Close. Take them down to the 1. They lose a yard on that. It's now. Wow. It's 2nd and 11. Well, it's more. It's not really second. It's. Were they going to say 6? All right, that's wild. They're going to say 2nd and 2 and 10 on the 1. 2nd and 10 on the 1. That's what we're having right here. 145 total yards to Michigan's 127. Stallions over Panthers. Corral drops back in the end zone, gets a completion to number 12. Looks like that's to Sternberger out there. That's going to be a first down. We're going to have a reset of yardage. We're going to have a reset of downs. First down. Nice little hook and ladder out there. To your fans of the hook and ladder, that's what that play was. Sternberger. Shout out to the fans of the hook and ladder. Shout out to my man Hawk out there, because that's literally what that was. That was the hook and ladder out there from Sternberger. Hand off to number 34. That's going to be for a loss. We're going to have a second down. But now it's just a matter of managing the clock. If you're the Birmingham Stallions, 4:23 on the clock, second down. They're going to give them maybe 1 yard, potentially, probably 1 yard or so for that. But Stallions up 12-0 at this point. You know, you still have plenty of game left if you're the Michigan Panthers, but you're not looking good at this because you've had multiple turnovers. You can't really establish anything on offense. Your defense kept you in it for a while, but then the Stallions finally scored on their last possession. They're looking to do that now again, even though they're really deep in their own territory. They're on the 20. They finally made up to a 20 with the run by Corral, who just ran it for a first down. So we're back to them still moving the chains. They're moving the chains. The clock is moving too. So with 3.5 minutes. Oh, it's not. It's still third down. It's like 3rd and short, 3rd and 4. So let me go ahead and readjust that. 3rd and 4. There we go. But still the clock continues to move. They are 2 of 6 for third down conversions on the day. They have a completion to number 13. That time it is for a first down. So I'll go ahead and readjust that. And I'll look up number 14 for the Stallions. That happens to be DJ Miller. We were talking about him earlier. DJ Miller out there getting it done. Corral 10-18, 104 yards, 1 interception, no touchdowns. Has been playing like a dumpster pelican for the most part. Gets a little toss out to number 13. Maybe about 3 yards. We're going to have second down. Let me go ahead and adjust that too. Second down for him. Second down, maybe 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8. But I'm going to probably go ahead and guesstimate. Put that right there. See what happens when it pops back up on the screen here on Fox. 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8. Skip Holt's not happy, even though his team has been winning this game. He knows his team's looking like a dumpster pelican for the most part. It's actually for a loss. 2nd and 16. I was absolutely wrong on that. Number 8 gets the catch. Takes for about 6 yards. We're going to see them probably going to be 3rd and 10. We'll say, or maybe 3rd and 11. I'm going to go ahead and move it to third down. 3rd and 8. That's close enough. Might need to get a new glass. But 3rd and 8. That's where it's at right now. Birmingham with the ball with about 5 seconds ahead. We'll go ahead and add a few more seconds onto that. There we go. We're now lined back on up with it. 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 drives back. Corral drives back. 105 yards on the day. He flings it on out. Do we have a completion? Are they going to give it to him? The referees come. They talk. They're talking for about a good minute. Wow, they're saying he catches it. 1st down. They need to review that, though, I would say. I would say they need to review that. The clock is stopped. 124. Clock stops at 124. Are they going to actually make it reviewable? Corral flung that ball out. He catches it. He does have 2 feet in, but the Panthers are saying no when you're looking at the review. And then you have the 2 referees run up there. You know, this could be a conspiracy theory at some point. You got to look at how these things happen. Look at Brady's tuck rule. All the things happen in the NFL. This is professional football right here. This is UF Mother, Father, and L right here. For the stream of the week, Total Football Talk Extra. Stream of the week. Birmingham Stallions 0-1. In Detroit, Ford Field, home of the Detroit Lions, where the Panthers play. Panthers are hosting them. They're 1-0, getting their expletive kicked right here now, 12-0. 1:18 is on the clock. They're going to take 6 seconds off the clock. Birmingham looking for the opportunity to slap on some more points.
Yeah! Yeah!
They want to beat the brakes off of the Panthers.
Yeah! Yeah!
To where they're saying this at the end.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Little handoff, little dink and dunk handoff. We're going to have 2nd down on this play. Clock starts. We're down to below a minute now. I need to adjust this as I just saw 58 seconds, 57. Johnson had 2 feet in. They gave it to him. I like that. I really like that call, but I also really like that catch by number 88, Johnson of the Stallions. Hell of an effort out there by that kid. We are just a few seconds behind. We are now right on track. As they hike the ball off. 2nd and 9 on that. Looks like they're going to stop them, so we're going to have a 3rd down. But where is the yardage going to be when they stop it? They're going to let this clock go down, I think. 3rd and 10. Then we're going to just go into 4th quarter, I think. I think that's what we're going to see happen here. We're down to 6. 4. Because we're not in the 4th quarter yet, and they're winning by 12. They're winning by 12. You know, we're going to go into another commercial break because it's 4th quarter. 4th quarter, we have a 12-0 lead for the Stallions. 4th quarter, 15 minutes left in the game. 4th and 9 for this team. Let's see what happens after this next mother-bothered commercial. The expletive break.
Total Football Talk Extra will return right after this. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. If you want your commanders to be repped right, well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report, every Tuesday at 1:05 p.m. Eastern, 12:05 a.m. Central, on the SIRTOBA Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers, right side, commanders. Where my soldiers, left side.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central on the SIRTOBA Media and the COMI Media YouTube channels. Total Football Talk Extra.
SIRTOBA Media, where the struggle is real to be awesome. SIRTOBA Media, where the struggle is real to be awesome.
Welcome back to the game. We are back from commercial break, and just as I clicked it back, 14 minutes and 52 seconds on the clock that are left as a result of a touchdown by the team known as... Oh, well, I got to actually take it away because I didn't get to show you on this screen. That's not fair because we got to see a touchdown. Let me go ahead and remove this. We are back from commercial break, but I got to show you the touchdown that just happened as we have this right here. And the touchdown that was scored by the Stallions to now make it 18-0 as they go for a 2-point conversion at this point. I'll tell you about the touchdown here in a second, but let's cover the 2-point conversion. We had a lot that happened coming back from commercial. And the 2-point conversion is good by the same person who caught the touchdown. We had a 24-yard touchdown, I believe is what it was. We'll review it at the end of the game. Oh, wait, no. That was like a 60-yard bomb. The Deion Kane, number 8, touchdown. 18-0, now 20-0 as a result of that 2-point score. That 2-point conversion. 20-0. We're taking it to another commercial break, as so did Fox. It's father, unbelievable. 14:52 left on the clock as well. We'll see you on the other side of the commercial.
Total Football Talk Extra will return right after this. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. If you want your commanders to be repped right, well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report, every Tuesday at 1:05 p.m. Eastern, 12:05 a.m. Central, on the SIRTOBA Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers, right side, commanders. Where my soldiers, left side.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete! 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 Delete!
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central on the SIRTOBA Media and the COMI Media YouTube channels. Total Football Talk Extra.
SIRTOBA Media, where the struggle is real to be awesome.
Welcome back from the commercial break. Yes, we are watching an absolute ass whooping that is 20-0 at this point, with the Birmingham Stallions laying the smackdown to the Michigan Panthers in Detroit, Michigan tonight. I am Drew Willingham. We are live for the 8 o'clock broadcast between these two teams. This is the live play-by-play reaction. 20-0. It is 14-47 after the kick. We have an opportunity to see if the Panthers can do anything. As a result, it is now second down with the handoff and not much done on that. We'll see what happens. They are pretty much showing. Oh, as a result of the sideline, they're going back and saying that the 2-point conversion was not good. Wow. And we've got to take 2 points off the board for the Stallions. Are they giving 2 points back to the Panthers at that? Perkins scrambles around and runs. The quarterback runs it out of bounds. Are they going to say that it's 3rd and 1, or are they going to say that it's 1st and 10? Because that was a nice little scramble. I would say it's 1st and 10, but they might actually just say, yeah, they're going to actually give it to him. They're going to give it to him. Good job on them for giving him the first down. Happy for Perkins on that one. That was a nice little scramble on that one. 243 in yards for the Stallions in comparison to 138. I mean, the Panthers need a break here. They absolutely need a break. 1st and 10. They turned the ball over before. They've been a turnover machine. Colburn runs it up. It's going to be 2nd and 2. Nice little 8-yard run for Colburn on that one. They're going to say 2nd and 3. Or, yep, 2nd and 2. I had it right on the first call. 2nd and 2 based on Colburn's run. The time is right. Panthers are right. Down 18-0. Can you come on back? Or do you absolutely suck? We're going to see. Nice little run. They are stopped. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Could they be destined to take the big fat Matt Corral been struggling. Been struggling in this game. 15-23. 153 yards. 3rd and 1. See what happens. Are they the ones to come back? Or are they going to lose? What are you going to do, Panthers? You have 1 yard. Perkins hands it on off. You do get the first down and cross midfield and then some. You get pushed for an extra 5 on the 45. With an opportunity here, we're going to reset it as you have a 1st and 10. Way to go and show some fight, Panthers. Perkins 6-13, 57 yards. An interception as well. Playing underperforming football, just like the quarterback on the other side. Matt Corral, even though he does have a touchdown to say he can do it at this point, and has increased his QBR on the other side to 84. Earlier, it was not looking good for good old Corral, but Perkins now drops back on 1st and 10. Has a completion, or did he drop it? No, he caught it. He has a completion down to the 20-yard line. Great job on Perkins. Clock continues to roll. Drops back. He's down at like the 50-yard line at this point. Completes it to number 4. Number 4, his receiver, Mariner. Mariner has been showing up, his number 1 receiver. It's 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. A handoff. It's going to be 2nd down. She might have gotten about a yard out of that. Clock continues to move. 2nd down. We have an injury. Oh, no, he's going to fall down. Clock's going to more than likely stop at 10:50. Yes, it will. Injury timeout. We're going to see what happened here. Oh, McCrary takes a shot right there at the knee. You don't want to see that. 10:50 on the clock. Panthers have the ball. Down by 18. We're going to go to commercial. We'll see what happens when we come back. Hopefully they can make this thing interesting and score the ball into the end zone when we come on back from this next commercial break.
Total Football Talk Extra will return right after this. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. If you want your Commanders to be repped right, well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 1:05 p.m. Eastern, 12:05 a.m. Central. On the SIRTOBA Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers, right side, Commanders. Where my soldiers, left side.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central on the SIRTOBA Media and the COMI Media YouTube channels. Total Football Talk Extra.
We are back, 2nd and 8 out here in this game. 10:42 is what we have running clock. They started it out as it was an injury that was down. It looks like we do have a first down for the Panthers. A nice run by the quarterback, Perkins. 10:30 on the clock, but we do have a first down, most importantly. 1st and 10. Based on the quarterback who is not giving up. He has not given up hope. Down 18-0, and he's saying, F you guys. I'm out here to win this game. 1st and goal for the Panthers. Can you punch it in? Can you actually score a mother-father touchdown for the first time in this game? You're going to hand it off to Colburn. It's going to be for a loss of a yard, 2nd down. Still 2nd and goal, so I'm just going to leave it at 1st and 10. Saying 2nd and goal because it was like right inside there, like within the goal setting. So, but it's on the 11. He just went backwards. Which is basically you have 4 opportunities to get it in the end zone. That's what happens right here. 2nd and goal 9:36 on the clock. It's fourth quarter. Actually, I need to adjust that part. That part is not correct. As Perkins drops back, escapes the sack, stays on his feet, throws it. Touchdown! Did they give it to him? Did they give it to him? Did he catch it? He does catch it, and I can give it to him. Touchdown. Finally, we have a score by the Panthers. 9:16 on the clock. I can adjust it. Finally, we have some action. Makes this interesting. An 8-6 ball game at this point. Wow. Finally, I mean, I was talking about it was an 18-0 game. I was trying to find some interest. We finally have some interest with the Panthers based on Perkins scrambling around for his life, looking like Eli Manning at the end of the Super Bowl against the Patriots in the first one where you threw it up and you had the helmet catch in the first Super Bowl against Thomas Edward Patrick Brady II. That's what happened then. That's what it felt like here. As we have this TFT Extra Stream of the Week for SIRTOBA Media, where the struggle is real. To be Mother, Father, and Awesome.
SIRTOBA Media, where the struggle is real to be awesome.
And here with the UFL, we're going for the 1-point conversion, which is up within the 5-yard line. You don't kick it. You actually go for it like a 2-point conversion style, but it's closer to the goal line. So you get the 1 point. If it's a 2-point, it's kind of like back at the 6 or 7. And you can go for a 3, which is about around the 15-yard line. But you have 3 options between a 1, 2, and a 3-point option when you go for the extra point. And Perkins scrambles around. He's going to run this in. And he gets the 1-point conversion. It's going to be 18 to... Well, hold up. Did I misread that? I misread that. He went for a 3-point conversion play? Is that right? He got... They got 9 points now. Don't mess with... Come on now. He did. He did go for the 3-point play. We have a 3-point play on that. It is 18-9. We have a ball game. We have a mother, father, and game. I'm going to adjust that there. Wow. They snuck that in there. It looked like they were going for the 1-point play, but he went for the 3, and he did. 18-9. Panthers come back, have an opportunity to come back and win this game. Even though that says the third, I'm going to fix it. We are at the fourth quarter with 9 minutes and 16 seconds left. We have a mother, father, and game, ladies and gentlemen, here for TFT Extras live edition. Right here and now, we're going to take a commercial break, just like they did on Fox. I'll see you here on the other side.
Total Football Talk Extra will return right after this. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. If you want your Commanders to be repped right, well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report, every Tuesday at 1:05 p.m. Eastern, 12:05 a.m. Central, on the SIRTOBA Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers, right side, Commanders. Where my soldiers, left side.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Texas. Delete! 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 Delete!
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central on the SIRTOBA Media and the COMI Media YouTube channels. Total Football Talk Extra.
And we are back. Week 2 edition. Stallions against the Panthers. It's 18-9 right now, as you see on the scoreboard. 9:16 left. Kickoff just happened. Stallions bring it back to the 21-yard line. They are out of mother, father, and bounds. 9:12 on the clock. About to line up. They are 0-1 coming into this game. They are only up by a possession. When you look at the fact that in the UFL, they've adopted the XFL rules where you can go for 1, 2, or 3-point conversions when you score touchdowns, and that's exactly what just happened when the Panthers scored. When they were down 18-0, they scored, and they scored on a 3-point conversion to only be down 18-9 at this point. So yes, 18-9 at this point. You got to take a look at this team. Notice the Panthers coming in here, 9:12 left. The Stallions have the ball, and they have the opportunity to run away with this. Will they do so? They had the opportunity earlier to do it. And ever since going up 18-0 and then trying to go for the 2 and missing that and just being just short, because it looked close when they got it, but they gave it to them at first. But after review, they lost it 18-0 on that next drive. The Panthers come down and score, and the Panthers defense are going after. Oh, nice tackle. Nice tackle on Person. It's going to be second down. Let me go ahead and bring this down. 8:53, 8:51. I got to get the clock caught up right there. 8:45. Yeah, all that's good now. Sweet. Had it to where it was just not, second and, so it got one yard on that, so 2nd and 9 on that one. 8:33. So yeah, we're caught up on time. Fourth quarter. What are you going to do here if you're the Stallions? Corral drops back, does a little sling pass out, incomplete. Incomplete here. 8:23 on the clock. So here's the test. It's 3rd and 9. What do you do here if you're the Stallions? Do you sling this thing out? Air it out, go for the first down? Do you run it? Oh, wait. I got to take this away. I'll get to your comments here in just a second, to those of you who are just now tuning in and commenting between Twitch, YouTube, and X, formerly known as Twitter. It is 8 minutes left in this ball game. Corral drops back on the 10-yard line, slings it on out. That's intercepted by DJ Miller of the Panthers again for his 2nd interception of the game. 7:49 on the clock. Wow. Turnover to the Panthers. Momentum shifts back in the favor of the Panthers. Interception on the play. You just expletive yourself there, Stallions. I think you might start this season 0-2 now. You might have just tossed this game away by throwing that interception. Corral, you just step back. There's 7:49 now on the clock. The Panthers have the mother-fucking ball. Wow. 7:49, and they have it in the right territory to score. You're about to do the exact same thing you just did. They're going to commercial break. I need to go grab a water from the fridge. I gotta calm down. I'll see you here in a minute and a half.
Total Football Talk Extra will return right after this. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. If you want your Commanders to be rep right, well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report, every Tuesday at 1:05 p.m. Eastern, 12:05 a.m. Central, on the SIRTOBA Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers, right side, Commanders. Where my soldiers, left side.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central on the SIRTOBA Media and the COMI Media YouTube channels. Total Football Talk Extra.
And we're back. As they're back on the screen, the Panthers just keep shifting things around, shifting the tide back in their favor. Yes, they're down by one possession, but they made it to where it was only one possession to be because they were down 18-0 at one point. I got to adjust the banner back here. DJ Miller, first player to have 2 interceptions for this team in UFL history. It is some history to behold. If you are DJ Miller and you are a part of this team, you are a big reason why this Panthers team has shifted things around. Perkins, 89 yards, does have a touchdown and does have an interception. I swear, man. Second down, Panthers. Woo! Let me know here in the comments what you guys are feeling out here as a result of this game. 18-9. Got to run this on down. Move this clock on down. That's what they're doing. 7:19 is what's on the clock here. 7:15. Perkins scrambles around with 2nd and 8. Flings it. It's going to be 3rd and 8 here. So let me go ahead and adjust to where it's 3rd and 8. But 7:04 is what's on the clock. So I'm going to go ahead and add that on back. Yeah, but Perkins been scrambling around, making things happen. You give the Panthers the opportunities to get there, and they're going to take advantage of it. That's what happened last week when they were playing last week against the Showboats. But, I mean, it wasn't really a hard matchup when you look back on it. Perkins, 8 of 16, 89 yards, a touchdown and an interception here. Just like Corral, they started out looking pretty ugly, 0 of 1, but then they come back and both score touchdowns in their last drives. It's 3rd and 8. Back with 6:34. Little dink and dunk. It's going to be 4th down. It's going to be 4th down. The clock continues to run at 6:21 or so. There we go. I got the clock updated now. But it is 4th down and 3. Go ahead and get that all straight there. 4th and 3. 6 minutes to go. What do? Looks like they might be punting this unit away. Because they are within one possession, their defense has been doing a pretty good job. That's what they're going to do. They're going to punt it away. They're going to rely on their defense to contain the Stallions here like they have been. And they stop it down at the 18. 5:40, was it 5:46 on the clock? 5:47. We're going to see the Stallions get the ball back. They're going to rely on the defense, that being the Panthers. They're going to rely on that. We're going to see them go to commercial break, and we're going to go back to commercial break with them. We'll be back on the other side here, fathering shortly.
Total Football Talk Extra. will return right after this. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. If you want your Commanders to be repped right, well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report, every Tuesday at 1:05 p.m. Eastern, 12:05 a.m. Central, on the SIRTOBA Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers, right side, Commanders. Where my soldiers, left side.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered a winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central on the SIRTOBA Media and the COMI Media YouTube channels. Total Football Talk Extra.
How long is my microphone out? I don't know if I just hit it or what, but I just noticed where it was out. Holy crap. But 1st and 10, 401. 1st and 10, 401 out here in these streams. What's going to happen? Corral hands it off. Taken down at the goal line. So we're going to have a 2nd down. Stops at 3:55 for some reason. 2nd and 9. Looks like we might have a timeout by the Panthers, I would guess, at this point. But they keep showing the replay of the turnover, so I don't know if they're going back and reviewing that or what, but it was clearly a fumble. Yeah, it was a timeout. So I took a timeout away. Both teams have used a timeout at this point. That's where we're at. 2nd and 9. Timeout used by the Panthers. 249 total yards by the Stallions and 201 by the Panthers at this point. 105 rushing yards to 72 of the Stallions. So the Panthers are winning that, but the Stallions been winning in passing yards. Both teams have had 2 turnovers. If you're the Panthers, if you have any shot with it being 2nd and 9 right here, you've got to stop this team right here. You've got to stop this team right here. You have to. Little sling pass out there. 17 catches it, escapes it. 1st down at the 31-yard line. That's what we're seeing right here. 1st down at 31-yard line. 2nd and 9 pass. 1st down. It's at 3:30. There we go. Clock is lined up. 1st and 10. We are lined up now. Those of you watching on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Formerly known as, or X, formerly known as Twitter. 191 passing yards, 1 passing touchdown, 2 interceptions, 17 of 28 on the day, Matt Corral. Throws it out there for a pass. Looks like we're going to have a 2nd down. It was not for a 1st. But we're going to have about 2nd and 5 or 2nd and 4, somewhere about in there. Give or take a yard. A timeout by the Panthers with 2:58 on the clock. It's going to be 2nd and 3 with 2:58 on the clock. So yeah, they took a little bit more. 2:59, so they'll give them an extra 2nd. 2:59, 2nd and 3. Stallions hold the shackles on this Panthers team. 1 possession so far over them. Just under 3 minutes. We're looking at a lot here with this game. With our Total Football Talk Extra Stream of the Week. We'll go ahead and show that graphic right now. The Stream of the Week out here. For us, at least. Our availability. This is the only one I could do tonight. Or this weekend. Between tonight, Saturday, or Sunday. But 2:59 on the clock. We got to see how this goes. 2nd and 3. Drops back. Throws out there. Incomplete pass with 2:55 on the clock. They're trying to say pass interference. Corral's not going to get it. 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. I don't think that was pass interference. Corral's trying to whine and complain like LeBron James out there, like not getting the foul. That's what he's trying to do, but it's not going to work. It's 2:42 on the clock. That's what we got here. You have the opportunity to add a little bit more to it. Skip Holtz is going to contend this one. Reigning defending champion of the league, Birmingham Stallion. He's going to ringlead this whole thing and say, oh, hell no. Hell no. We're going to look at this one more time. He's taking a look at it.
Hell to the no, to the no, 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 no. Hell no, no, to the no, no.
He's not trying to take the... Gentlemen, he's over here. He's arguing his case. He's trying to say that there was some type of penalty on that play, and now Dean LeBlandino, Los Angeles, and the UFL Command Center is looking at this, and they're showing him on the screen. He's reviewing this. They're going to say there was some type of interference on the defense, and that the Stallions should get first down. Are they trying to get some New England Patriots type of treatment right here? Are we going to see this for the Stallions right here and now? Birmingham Stallions 0-1 coming into this game. Stallions against the Panthers, who are 1-0 on this Friday night, April 4th, 8 p.m. contest. Total Football Talk Stream of the Week. The only availability that I really had to do, so that's why it is the Stream of the Week. My apologies. I would do it what I thought would have been earlier when they were losing 18-0. I was like, oh man, why did I pick this one? But now, with it being 18-9, it's really not a bad contest. Really not a bad contest to look at this at this point. Birmingham Stallions. Man!
I think I got my swagger back. Oh.
Over the 20-yard line, standing back there. 1st and 10. They gave it to him. All right. They gave it to him. 1st and 10. What are you going to do with it right here and now? 198 yards passing, 18-29 on passing. For 198 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions for Matt Corral. 2:56 on the clock. They put some more time on it. Skip Holt's got all sorts of stuff over there as he was arguing over there, and they got to reassess everything. But 1st and 10, just under 3 minutes now. Birmingham Stallions, what do you do? What type of play do you call? And Panthers defense, you've got to contain them. This is your last hope. You have 1 timeout. Can't show you the label, but you know what this is. This is good old B-dubs. Get the vitamins in there. You know exactly what it is. Vitamin water, but tonight, as they're over there talking on the sideline, we're here and now. We're live. TFT Extras version of the play-by-play Friday game of the week. As they line up on the 16-yard line. Corral drops back, hands it off to Ricky Person Jr., who takes it on out to the 14-yard line. It is now 2nd down. Let's see what they give him as far as the amount of yards. Give him 3 yards on the play. 3-yard run by Ricky Person Jr. He's been doing a little bit of damage in this game. Let's see. He's got 16 carries for 53 yards. Does have that touchdown, averaging 3.3 yards per carry. He's usually doing a little bit better than that, but in this game, he's doing a decent job. I do need to adjust the clock on this one. I did not start that based on that, so let me go ahead and adjust that. It's down to 2:20 right now. 2:15. We're going to have a 2-minute warning here in a second. They are going to let it run down on 3rd and 7. It is going to stop here at the 2-minute warning. We're going to stop it here. UFL is going to more than likely take a commercial break right here as they are showing a little bit of a flash of the spring right here and now before this team It's 18-9. 2-minute warnings here. We're going to take a commercial break just like they are on Fox. See you here on the other side.
Total Football Talk Extra will return right after this. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. If you want your Commanders to be repped right, well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 1:05 p.m. Eastern, 12:05 a.m. Central. On the SIRTOBA Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers, right side, Commanders. Where my soldiers, left side.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered a winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central on the SIRTOBA Media and the COMI Media YouTube channels. Total Football Talk Extra.
Welcome back to Total Football Talk Extras, stream of the week between the Stallions and the Panthers. It is right now 18-9 between these two contests. Well, these two in the contest. Stallions have 18, Panthers have 9, 2 minutes on the clock. We are back from commercial. Stallions have the ball, 3rd and 7. See what happens here. Corral drops back, incomplete pass. Pressure from the Panthers. Minute 56 on the clock. It's 4th down. They are in field goal range. What do you do here? You kick it with 1:56 on the clock. What do you do, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know out here in the comments. Oh, yeah. Sick Diggy, you are absolutely right about that. But Bryce Perkins has been dropping the ball. We're going to see a 31-yard attempt by Harrison Mevis. He's 2 of 2 on the day, 36 and a 21. He makes it. We have a 21-9 game. And what should most likely seal this up, 21-9 on this 4th and 7. Takes 2 seconds. Well, 3 seconds off, where it's 1:53 left. Panthers are going to get the opportunity. Down by 11, but at most can only score 9 here and still be down by 2. Wow. Absolutely wow here. This is... They put up a little bit of fight to give you a little bit of hope, but the Stallions have just had this thing the whole way through, winning 18-0, and finally just having to put up a field goal to at least take the hope away, which is something they should have done earlier. At least scored the field goal, or at least scored the... Well, I did it again. That's what I did earlier. I adjusted the chair. I had to. That's how I must have done it. But anyway, back to what happened. That's taking away the hope. Also, for me out here calling the game, wanting to see something special, but it's not what we're going to get tonight. Not tonight. I mean, there's still 1:53 left on the clock. There's still a chance. I know I got to have a little bit of glimmer of hope, but here and now it's on this kickoff with 1:53. We're going to see what happens. As the Panthers get the ball, they're going to return it. They're going to return it out to about the 27-yard line with 1:46 on the clock. Wow. Perkins, just like you said, Sick, we're going to have to see. We're going to have to see if he can get it together. Sick, you had the comment right here. Bryce Perkins better show his mettle and take care of things. We need to do it right now. 9-17 so far on the day. 9-17, 94 passing yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. But 9-17 on the day, 52.9 completion percentage, and 94 passing yards, 5.5 yards per attempt. He's got a touchdown. He's got an interception, but a QBR of 64.3. It's absolutely terrible. Etling came in for a little bit after, Perkins got banged up for a little bit early on in the first half. Was 3 of 4, 75.0 completion percentage because he was, 3 of 4. But only had 8 yards because he was doing dink and dunks. Couldn't do much, but still has a better QBR at this point than Perkins because he doesn't have any turnovers. McCrary, though, struggling over there. The number one running back, 13 attempts running, 47 yards, 3.6 yards per carry. He needs to step it up on this drive. You got 1:46 on the clock, and it just started. Perkins throws it incomplete. Minute 40 on the clock, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 right here. 9-18, 94 yards again for Perkins. He does need to step it up. It's 1:40 on the clock. What do you do? What do you do right here? Do you air it out? Do you air it out? Stick Diggy, what do you do? Let me know out here in the comments. We'll get to it here after this drive stops. 2nd and 10. Downset hike he goes. Perkins drops back. We have a completion. Samson Nakua finally shows up. Kai Nakua's brother shows up. That's what we have over here for the Panthers. 1st and 10. Now another catch. We have an out-of-bounds play. It is 1:25 on the clock. 2nd down. But Perkins now gets a little bit more yardage, a little bit more help on that from his friend. 2nd and 6. Gets 4 yards on that catch. Finally, Samson Nakua shows up in this game. First catch of the game, but for 23 yards. We see Nakua. Kai Nakua on the defense. Not really doing a great job giving up all those points to the Stallions, but Perkins escapes the rush. Runs for a 1st down. They're at the 35-yard line. There's 1:18 on the clock. 1:18 on the clock. 1st down now. 1st and 10. Great job by Bryce Perkins for the awareness to escape the rush. Get the 1st down. Doing a great job over there for the Panthers. Giving them hope. Still giving them hope out here after what they've endured. 1st and 10. 35-yard line. You're going to have to go for an onside kick, though, if you score here. Oh! He gets sacked. Sacked at 37. We're going to see. Going to take 1 second away, I think, to catch up. But 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12. That was a quick huddle and a quick break, and they dump it off to Colburn. They get the 1st down. It's going to beat that 24-yard line. Colburn on a little dink and dunk. The play continues to run, but we're going to reset here. We're going to reset there. We're at a 1st down. The clock continues to run because the Panthers are out of timeouts because they had to run out of timeouts to get to this point. And it looks like The clock stopped at 33. Not sure how. Oh. Some type of clock stoppage at 30 where they have 30 seconds. Will be a delay of game. 2nd and 10. Oh. A little bit of a spikeage. Little bit of a spikeage. So we're going to call on this one. A little bit of a spikeage. 2nd and 10. 30 seconds left in this game. Panthers have an opportunity here. It looks like they're going to have B.T. Potter, the replacement for Jake Bates. Jake Bates, the Michigan Panthers kicker last year, who made it to the NFL for the Panthers. They're going to go ahead and go for the field goal here. He is going to make it. There's going to be 21-12 to get them down by 9 to give them hope with 26 seconds left. Wow. Bold move, but you go for the onside kick here, then you go for the touchdown. It's the only way you win with 26 seconds left. That's the only way you do it. So you lost too much time to where you're at 26 seconds. You have to here. 21-12 is your score. Birmingham has 2 timeouts. Panthers out of Michigan have none. If my man Hawk is watching this, what would you be saying about your team right here and now? Oh, they kicked the field goal, but somehow there must be some kind of, I forget what there is some type of rule where if you're down by a certain amount, because now it's 4th and 12 and you got the field goal. But then all of a sudden, it's 4th and 12 and Perkins has it. And you've dropped back with 26 seconds left. And on the 25, they got to go for it on 4th and 12. Incomplete pass. And then they turn it over. So the 20, I forgot that rule, what it's called, but they lined up, they go for it. There's now 21 seconds left. It's officially Stallions ball. This game's going to be over. That's what we're going to have here. I forgot you do have the option with instead of kicking it off when you're down by a possession, you get a chance to go for it on 4th and 12. It's one possession and you got to convert. And if you convert for it on 4th and 12, then you can continue to go on with the drive and see if you can tie it up. And that's what the XFL had, and that's what now the UFL has. Man, I swear, that's wild. They're going to line up in formation to kneel this one out. And that's what we're going to have here as the Stallions are going to take this victory on the road. We're going to go ahead and kneel this one out. Stallions win this game 21-12. Wow. That's what we're going to have here. The Stallions take this one away. 21-12. Both teams 1-1 in their record. Both teams a 1-1 record to start this year out through 2 weeks. That's what we have here. We're going to talk about this more in our post-game show here in our episode. We're not done yet. We're going to go to one more commercial break. We're going to have a post-game show when we come back. We'll talk more about this here on the other side. I'll see you here in about 2 minutes.
Total Football Talk Extra will return right after this. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. If you want your Commanders to be rep right, well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report, every Tuesday at 1:05 p.m. Eastern, 12:05 a.m. Central, on the SIRTOBA Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers, right side, commanders. Where my soldiers, left side.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central on the SIRTOBA Media and the COMI Media YouTube channels. Total Football Talk Extra.
And we're back from commercial break for this episode that we had between the UFL's two teams, the Birmingham Stallions and the Michigan Panthers. As this break is now over, and we're back here on YouTube, Twitch, and X, formerly known as Twitter, to talk about this game. 21-12, the Stallions improved to 1-1, coming in 0-1. The Panthers, who were 1-0, now fall to 1-1. Still not too bad. Still a 500 record. I'm Drew Willingham. We're here to talk about this and much more, brought to you by
SIRTOBA Media, where the struggle is real to be awesome.
But we're here to talk about this game between the Stallions and the Panthers that we just witnessed tonight. Brought to you by our show known as
Total Football Talk Extra.
I am that guy you know as Drew Willingham, here for the 8 p.m. contest that we had tonight. It's now 11:10. The game just ended. We got to talk about the stats between the two teams here for this UFL contest between the Stallions and the Panthers. The Panthers came in here with momentum after what they did last week. I had a lot of praise for them. So did Cole Johnson this past Monday. But we have to take a look at what they did overall. Perkins for the Panthers came in here, and it looks like he forgot what the assignment was. I mean, I'm just going to be real with you. 12 of 23 on the day, 52.2% completion percentage, 132 passing yards, 1 touchdown, which came at the very end of the game, by the way. He had 1 interception as well, a 65.9 QBR. And for the majority of the game, he was struggling. It was not looking good for him. Danny Etling had to come in for a little bit after Perkins got banged up a little bit. McCrary for his running back, number 1 running back, 14 attempts, averaging 3.8 yards per carry for 53 total passing yards, with a 13 for his long of the day as far as running. Colburn, 8 carries, 44 yards, like his running back style. It was kind of more like a fullback type of style of a running back is what I meant to say. 15 was his long of the day, but still 7 carries outside of that for 29 yards. That's not really all that good outside of that 115-yard run. So Perkins did okay. Mariner showed up with the 3 catches that he had. He did drop 1, so he had 4 targets. He caught 3 out of 4 passes attempted. But, you know, even his 44 yards wasn't enough to help the Panthers get over the hump. The Stallions, though, Matt Corral, it was like he tried to give the game up to the Panthers. The Panthers shouldn't have even been in contention to even lose by 9, to even be that close at the end. It was because Matt Corral of the Stallions, I guess he just enjoyed taking the... And I say that he enjoyed taking that last week when they lost to the Defenders, because with giving up 2 interceptions today, it was like you really tried. And McGough was your number 1 starting quarterback from last week. I get it. And he was supposed to be your quarterback tonight, but he got whacked there at the beginning of the game. It got knocked out early to where you had to go to corral, and you had no choice. Ricky Person Jr. did the best he could to go for more than what he did, but he had 17 carries is what I mean to say on the day, but he only established 53 yards. 3 yards per carry, 3.1 to be exact. He did get a touchdown. Out of the 17 carries, 1 of those was for a 27-yard run. So outside of the 27 yards, he really kind of struggled on the day. Both of these teams had a hard time establishing the run on the day because their offensive line is still trying to establish their footing. They've now played 2 games on the year, so they only have 8 more games left. It's a 10-game season through 11 weeks. One of them is a bye. You had to figure this out. You got to figure this out quick. If you are the Panthers, who are now 1-1, losing at this point the way that you did, but luckily it's to a team that's the reigning defending UFL champions, who did win the previous 2 years before that as the USFL version of the Birmingham Stallions. However, like Cole and I talked about last Monday on the big show on Total Football Talk, Birmingham Stallions are not what we thought they were. And I got to find that clip because they aren't who we thought they were, is the clip I'm talking about, is the one that I want to click at this point. But the one I can at least click at this point is this, that when it came to the Panthers losing 18-0 at one point, it was a total
Surprise, motherfucker.
for them to come back to even be down by 9 points at the end to try to go for it on that 4th and 12 with 26 seconds left in the game. It was a big surprise. But throughout, when they were losing 18-0, it was like they were destined to take the... If you're just now tuning in for the first time, please, as you're just now tuning in, let's go ahead and take it into, officially, that segment that we need to take it into, and that is this.
As long as it's one. Oh, that's great. I love it.
As we're here for the post-game show, as we talked about this team, notice the Panthers coming in with momentum. They kind of give it up now with losing this game 21-12. If you're just not tuning in, please click that like button. Please click that share button. Please click the subscribe button if you're just now tuning in for the first time. But yes, 21-12 is our final score out here in these streams. Sick Diggy knows exactly what we're talking about. And I'm going to go ahead and get to the comments because it's been a long time coming. I've been meaning to go back to the comments for a minute, but I haven't had a chance because we had a live game to talk about. So it looks like Melvin had jumped in for a minute. Clearly the Panthers need to bench whoever the current QB is right now, and they have their third string, Rocky Lombardi, take over. Can't possibly get any worse. 52-yard pass to Deion Kane was definitely nice. And that TD pass, Kane's 4th reception, and thus his longest at 52 yards. Yes, and that TD was Kane's 4th reception, and thus far his longest in the game. Matt Corral also finally gets a TD pass to redeem the interception from earlier, talking about what Sick Diggy had said earlier to get caught up on what he was saying. And if we talk about if you're the Stallions, the one thing you don't want to do is panic and make desperate moves just to have the defense regroup and try to shut out the Panthers' offense. But I think you need to look at that for the entirety of the season because you really need to get some flow going over there for your defense because to let the Panthers even have any hope right there, I think you last year you had a tough defense along with the pretty solid offense. your defense this year is not looking all that good if you're the Stallions. And that's what concerned me last week against the Defenders. That's what concerned me this week coming into this game. We're going to have to see what happened. But at least it was a decent score, from what Six said. A sloppy start, but the second half, it had some great moments, regardless of who won, and both teams need to go back to the drawing board and get their act together. Yes, they absolutely do. That's what I would have to say at this point. And he also said, can't have a similar performance next week. You cannot do that. Both teams need to improve from this and get better, is what I'd have to say at this point. And I'd have to agree with you on that when it comes to that, when you can't have a similar performance. And they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. Exactly. That's exactly who I was talking about, and I have that clip somewhere on my hard drive. Just got to find it and re-upload it to the stream. Both teams on the need to regroup and learn from this game, absolutely. Between this, that's what I was talking about, this and here. So you're right on the money with that, Sick Dicky. Absolutely spot on with that. We had a great time on this episode tonight for the post game, for the stream of the week. Man, 21-12. Stallions over the Panthers for the Total Football Talk play-by-play of the week. That's what we had here for this. We only have one more thing really left to do, and that's look at one badass outro. My name is Drew Willingham here for the Friday night edition of not only the post-game show, but for Total Football Talk Extra for this Friday edition as we near midnight here on the East Coast. But for this, it was a great time. The Stallions and the other team that we had here, the Panthers that lost, got their expletive whooped. Here for this 8 o'clock contest, the road team, the Stallions, they win. They win big because they actually take a losing record and flip it into a 500 record as a result, down 0-1 as a result of losing last week. Now they flip it to 1-1 to tie the Panthers now, who came into this game 1-0, now 1-1. 21-12, the Total Football Talk play-by-play of the week is what we have here. You can also take a look at this. This is what the schedule is for the UFL now for the weekend right here. Tomorrow you have the Memphis Showboats taking on the DC Defenders in Washington, D.C. You can see that at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on ABC. On Sunday, you have two games. It's going to stop moving here in a second. Two games this Sunday, one at noon on ESPN between the Houston Roughnecks and the Arlington Renegades on ESPN again. And then later on in the afternoon, the San Antonio Brahmas take on the St. Louis Battlehawks at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time on FS1. There's still three more games of the UFL this weekend. You have the Showboats, the Defenders, the Roughnecks, the Renegades, the Brahmas, and the Battlehawks. Your next one tomorrow, Saturday, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on ABC. But myself, I will not be here doing any play-by-plays tomorrow or on Sunday. I will be back on Monday with my man Cole Johnson to do another edition of Total Football Talk. Monday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I do not have a promo made, unfortunately, for that. I ran out of time earlier. But what I can say is it will be Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. For those of you out there who are just now tuning in for the first time, please, as always, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, to this video. Hook us up with a like. Helps us out with the algorithm to get us a little bit more exposure, get a little bit more views on the video, a little bit more help getting eyes to the product, because we have a lot of great things out here between myself and others who contribute to the platform that we have out here for SIRTOBA Media. When you got to struggle out here, you know how it is when it comes to this.
SIRTOBA Media, where the struggle is real to be awesome.
We're out here for this. It is time to wrap it on up. We have watched a great event out here for the UFL. Spring football is back, as we've watched not only the last week's first week edition of the UFL coming back. We are now the first game into the second week with 3 games left to go. We just talked about them, but one last time, I'll show you here on the screen for those of you just tuning in on X, Twitch, or on YouTube. These 4 games right here which you can see. We brought you this one tonight. As a result, it is, again, 21-12. Stallions win over the Panthers. I am Drew Willingham. You've seen this again for the second week in a row. We've brought you a play-by-play. Everyone, as always, please. Only got one more thing left to tell you before we roll on out of here. That is to stay safe. And you know how it is. You could probably even tell me in the comments before I even say it, Sick Dickie. You know how it is. Stay safe out here in these streams, in these streets as well. You don't have to go home, but you got to get your cell phone up out of here again. We reviewed the game. We brought it to the end, and we brought it to the back. Now let's take it back on to the time we'd say 21-12. Bad time for one team as they took the big old, bad old stinker. So long, everybody.